My name is Leah Lawrence. This is my environmental controversy presentation for the UNCG Department of Public Health, Spring 2018. My topic is immigrant farm workers exposed to DDT in the United States. What is DDT? We've all heard about it, and I'm going to try to pronounce it. It's short for dichloryl diphenyl triethylchlorane. It's an organic pesticide that was developed by the United States military in World War II. It was used to control mosquito populations, which reduced malaria infections, as well as things like typhus and lice. It was very successful and was brought back to use in the United States on crops and also in buildings for pest control. It was widely used as it was very inexpensive, it worked very well, and it lasted very long. The United States government banned its use in 1973, continued to use DDT on crops and in buildings until approximately the year 2000. Most Mexican agricultural workers in our country have been exposed to DDT in their home country and lingering DDT and other pesticides in our environments here. They're working in the fields and they're spraying, they're putting together the spraying equipment, they're being exposed through drift in the fields and with their homes frequently being close to their work environments. It's coming home with them on their clothes and they're finding it in dirt and other things around the house. There was a study done in Washington State where 62% of homes of immigrant farm workers had metabolites of these organophosphate pesticides in their home. This affects human health because these accumulate in human fatty tissue and they're finding the metabolites in workers and their families long after they've been exposed. The consequences of this exposure are many. There are links. There are studies that have linked reproductive health problems such as infertility and problems in labor and delivery, having premature babies and babies with defects. There's also a link to neurological damage and risk of neurological diseases such as Parkinson's. There's links to psychomotor and cognitive deficits in workers and workers' families that have been exposed. And there's also a link to malignancies, particularly lung, breast, and pancreas with DDT. And DDT and other pesticides have been linked to cancers of the lymphatic system, such as lymphoma or multiple myeloma. There are many possible ways to mitigate and stop this problem. First of all, we need a plan to approach protection for workers, and one of the first steps is using integrated pest management, which is a method of finding other ways to rid yourself of pests before resorting to pesticides. And when you do use pesticides, using safer and less toxic ones. Also important is a change in attitude about workers who are largely migratory and seasonal, so they don't get a lot of attention or study. But people who run these farms need to be providing personal protective equipment for workers while they're out working with pesticides, and also provide education so workers understand how they're taking home this pollution and how it gets into their environment. This is also important, would be political policy put in place to protect this workforce and enforce these safer practices in the fields.